Aloha, this is Dr. Martina, online sex therapist and sex educator. Sexual confidence, sexual self-assurance is a very popular topic in sex therapy and also in impromptu conversations I have with strangers. And this is why I'm discussing sexual self-assurance in this monthly series of how to have better sex in 2023. Sexual confidence is part of the psychological component of our sexuality, and it is crucial to have better sex. Now, when you feel confident about yourself sexually, that kind of promises you, or it appears to promise you, plentiful of sex, and you get the girl and all that wonderful stuff. And that is probably because that's how sex sells in the media and in movies. And it appears too that men spend more time and more energy to become sexually confident. But it really doesn't matter if you're a man or you're a woman. If you are committed to having better sex, to have more joyful and satisfactory sex, then the topic of sexual self-assurance is a must. I keep saying the fundamental fact that sex must be learned, just like any other activity you do with your body. If we can embrace that, then we can approach learning about sex without our egos and without the expectation that sex should just magically happen with success and satisfaction and without positive sex education. That just is not the case, because confidence comes from knowledge and experience. In this series about better sex in 2023, I have taught you about sexual permission, sexual rejection, sexual function, the path to orgasms, taught you about lust and desire, and sexual attraction, and now the topic of sexual confidence. Because sexual confidence is something that all of us can accomplish. It grows out of knowledge and experience. Suppose you're willing to learn anything that is to learn about your sexuality, about your bodies, about how your body's sexuality functions, how your body lets you experience your sexuality. If you're willing to learn all of that, then all you really have to do is you have to add experience. I can teach you anything about your sexuality. This is what clinical sexologists do, but you will have to gain your own experience in order to gain sexual confidence. Now, you may say that's easier said than done, and I say where there is a will, there is a way, and this is how you can achieve it. Suppose you have a sexual challenge that remains unresolved. As you come too fast, you cannot orgasm, you have erectile challenges, or you have a relationship with your body that's hateful and judgmental, or. Any sexual challenge, as long as it stays unresolved, will put a damper on your joy of sex and will fill your brain with fear and anxiety. There is no room for confidence to grow with such a situation, and it will likely stop you from gaining sexual experience. So, put yourself in a classroom, gain knowledge, and learn how to overcome your sexual challenges with the help of clinical sexologists. Ignoring your sexual challenges will not allow you to gain sexual confidence. Suppose you have stage fright because you're lacking experience, then be transparent about it. Put your ego aside and show your honest interest in doing it right by saying you're lacking experience and you need some help. Help can be in the form of patience, or sometimes it is enough by just mentioning your fear, and the shame will have no anchor and could set you free. If that turns off your love or lust interest, the person that you're trying to have a sexual experience with, they are not worthy of your attention anyway. Because most likely, an authentic admission like that is received with compassion and understanding. When I was challenged with my inability to have orgasms, I finally had to come clean after faking it for many years, and I can't even tell you how much that helped my sexual confidence and how the room it made for me to overcome that sexual challenge. So be transparent about it. Try to think about the time you learned how to ride a bike. You knew that you needed to have knowledge about the pedals and the brakes and the steering. I really struggled with the steering, I remember. I just oversteered all the time. And then, you needed to practice. You needed to get back on that bike, if you were happy or not. And with practice, most of us fell, maybe some of us got hurt, but, we went right back on it. And we knew that we're going to get better at it. Now, we got confident about it. We lose that push for just trying again when we get older, especially when it comes to sex. Even so, it is the same thing with sex. Since you're watching this video, I imagine you may have some minor or maybe more significant challenges that keep you from enjoying sex with confidence. If that is the case, connect with me and I will help you get back on that bike with a big smile on your face. I'm looking forward to hear from you. Take care.